You spent 18 years raising them. You taught them to talk. You picked them up when they fell down. You had them check in with you when you went to your friend's house. And now they moved out and calling you is optional. Parenting an adult child who has moved out, it's like going from the driver to a GPS. And they don't always listen to the GPS, so they can drive into the lake. So how do you stay connected without being a backseat driver? Hi, I'm Ann and Art. Y'all ready to chat? It's hard when your child grows up and moves out, especially when you don't quite think they're ready yet or a total adult. I know I'm going through that right now, and it's hard and challenging. I'd like to share with you what I've learned and what I'm learning about boundaries, expectations, and learning how to let go without losing that connection. Because letting go doesn't mean letting go of them. It means letting go of control, and that can be a hard one. When our kids become adults, our roles have to change. We're no longer the managers, we're the mentors. And sometimes we're just a fan in the stands cheering them on. They don't need us to drive the car anymore, but they still might need us to sit in the passenger seat and help them along. It's changing into an adult connection, and that can be hard to do. I'm especially finding it hard to do that. Aiden was a kid who was all over the place and needed a lot of direction, a lot of management. So it's been very hard for me to let go of him. And even though I say, it's on you, kid, I still tend to dictate what I think he should do. And of course, he ignores me, which frustrates me and upsets me. But there's the other side of it where there's a sense of relief that I'm not responsible. I'm not totally responsible for him anymore. So it's kind of a mixture of emotions right now. Are you finding it that way? But even though we're leaving the role of manager, we still should be supportive. And I don't mean covering up like an electric blanket and smothering him. I mean being there to support his decisions. And sometimes when he asks, help him make decisions. Starts with having healthy boundaries. And I know that's turned into a cliche word, but it's really the only way to describe it. Boundaries are often misunderstood as walls. They're not walls, they're welcome mat. It's saying, I respect you and your needs, and you respect me and my needs. And I want to welcome you into my life on a different level. But even though there's a welcome mat, doesn't mean the door is unlocked. Limits have to be set so that you're protected and they're protected. Basically, boundaries promote personal growth on both sides, on your child's side and on your side. They help you maintain a much healthier relationship. So respect their decisions, even though you probably wouldn't make the same one. Don't give advice unless they ask. Even though you think his new girlfriend is a train wreck and just chaos, zip it. He needs to figure that out for himself. And finally, allow for mistakes and growth. I mean, after all, they're not a toddler anymore. They have to figure out the stove is hot all on their own. Learn to say no without guilt if you cannot financially or emotionally support them. And that's a word I always tell my aunt, because she tends to do everything for her kids, my cousins. And that is, there's a 2-letter word, no. And that's an answer too. It doesn't mean you have to go with the 3-letter word, yes, all the time. No is an answer. Use it. But once you have boundaries, you need to check expectations at the door. Before I go on about expectations, I'd like to ask you if you could please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I appreciate it. Thank you. We all have this fantasy version. It's going to be when our kids move out. They'll come every Sunday for dinner or bring the kids over for brunch if they have children. They'll call all the time and check in and let us know what's going on. When in reality, if you get a meme from them, they think it's bonding. Different lifestyles and goals that are different from yours just mean they're growing. It doesn't mean they're abandoning you. It's sort of like what your parents went through when you were growing up and when you left the house. Don't panic. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean losing them. It means meeting them in their new world. And that can be a pretty cool world. Just because it's not where you thought they'd be or want to be doesn't mean it's not a good thing. It's time to let go. And this is a hard thing. I know I'm finding it a hard thing, but you have to trust, and I have to trust, that all the values and love and knowledge that I gave him and that you gave your own children are going to stick with them as they go through life. I was a resident assistant in college in a dormitory, and I noticed freshman girls. So they're just coming into the system, first time away from home. And I noticed that these girls tended to gravitate toward other girls and guys that had their same value system. So trust yourself that you did the right job in raising them. And even if they go off in the stratosphere for a year or two, they're going to come back. They can't help themselves. You've ingrained them with these values. Celebrate from the sidelines. Cheer them when they do great and swallow hard and don't say anything, but give them support if they stumble. That's the secret sauce, letting them go with love. I mean, think of it this way. You're not losing them. You're gaining Saturday mornings with hot coffee. That's not a bad thing. And even though you're letting them go, you can still stay close. Think of them as a bonus friend where you have a lot of history. Stay curious about who they're becoming. And I don't mean drill them with questions, but if it comes up, ask them about their life. Text them memes or funny jokes. If they're upset with something and come to you, don't assume they want you to give advice and fix it. Ask them, do you want advice or do you just want to vent? A sounding board. I'm here either way. And remember, if they come to you about their boyfriend or girlfriend, don't say a word negative, because you know they're going to go back and then they're going to resent you for bad-mouthing them. So that's a hot potato I've stayed out of, and it's worked well for me. Be the soft place to land, not the air traffic controller. That role's gone. And I think of it this way a lot. You're getting this wonderful adult that you get to know and that you helped form. And they're going off and doing wonderful things, and you're seeing them with a different understanding. That's a gift. Are you dealing with your child leaving home, having a problem with it? Why don't you tell us your story in the comments below? And if you have a funny story, tell us that too. And please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, from Art and me, thanks for the chat.